Fill the skies with waterfowl today, tomorrow, and forever.
86 years and over 15 million acres later, Ducks Unlimited, along with our volunteers and supporters, continue to lead the way for the future of waterfowl. Whether it's attending a local event or joining our volunteer team, you too can play a role in the next 15 million acres. Visit www.ducks.org and find out how you can leave your mark for generations to come. Ducks Unlimited, the world leader in wetlands and waterfowl conservation.
While applying advanced technology for increased
Bottomland is Mossy Oak's original camel pattern created by Toxie Hayes over 3 decades ago.
The same dirt and bark
This pattern preserves the original design while applying advanced technology for increased effectiveness. The same field-proven components and colors, the same dirt and bark elements, the same ability to blend into dark environments and obscure a hunter's outline from every angle. Mossy Oak, Bottomland.
Welcome, folks. Y'all come on in and make yourself at home. This here, well, this is the Rolling Thunder Podcast. Your welcome, folks. All things y'all come on in and make yourself at home. This here, well, this is the Rolling Thunder Podcast. Your home for all things Rolling Thunder. This episode is brought to you by Mossy Oak, because everything is better in Bottomland. Kent Cartridge, quality matters. This episode is brought to you by Mossy Oak, because everything is better in Bottomland. Kent Cartridge, quality matters. Performance counts. Shen Gear, waterfowl gear that is built better. Benelli USA, dominate the skies.
Welcome to another episode of
Ducks
the Rolling
Unlimited,
Thunder Podcast.
The world's leader in wetlands and waterfowl conservation.
Welcome to another episode of the Rolling Thunder Podcast. There's an echo in here. Lanier Bonaire. For those of you listening back home,
Meister
I want to
himself,
first tell you
Levi
who we
Gerke.
have participating in this here podcast. From the left to right, we have Mr. 3-time Drake Levy.
Oh, well, it has been
Mr. Roll Tide Riley Bennett.
What, a couple weeks since we've podcasted?
Man, you can be Roll Tide Aaron, but I was gonna
actually not this.
You were gonna
week.
be
I
like
don't want it.
you're gonna be like Senorita,
Blackwood.
No,
Big Buck Blackwood.
Seniority Blackwood.
Senorita.
Not Senorita, but seniority. I was trying to say you've got the most seniority around here. Did not mean to call you a Mexican woman.
No, that's all right.
And then there is none other than the Gurkatron, who I might add is cool as the underneath side of the pillow, because
That is cool.
what those of you listening back home don't know is that just moments ago, as we sat down to record this podcast, it became painfully obvious that we did not have the podcast intro on the soundboard.
What do you do?
Well, I was about to be kind of upset, to which
Adapt and overcome.
To which Drake said, "Boy, you can cut the tension in there with a knife."
Yep.
To which Levi didn't miss a beat and just bam, podcast intro, crisis averted. Ladies and gentlemen, Levi Gerke, you a bad man.
I'm here.
I think you're upset with me.
No, I'm not upset.
I don't know how you just did that. There's some kind of Bluetooth algorithm.
Yeah.
Concoction.
I just pulled the intro off of one of the other podcasts we have.
You don't have to tell everybody. I mean, but you just made it happen so fast, and you did it unflappably. Like I was, my anxiety was rising, my stress level was rising. I was like on the brink of a meltdown, and you just like didn't even change your facial expression. It was just, I can have the intro, and then everybody was quiet, and it was like all was right with the world. You're a wizard.
Wizard of Oz.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry. You can do things with greatness.
I don't even know. Is that from Harry Potter?
I don't know. I was just mimicking random words.
You guys are amazing.
I just make stuff up as I go.
Yeah.
Just like the intro.
Oh
isn't there?
gosh. Well,
Abracadabra.
jeez. Way to go, Garrick. I'm proud of you.
Appreciate it.
Well, so since our last episode was what? Year in review, huh? Mm-hmm. Kind of went around the horn and went through every month, and talked about what had been going on and our highlights from last year, and I guess as we look forward to the new year, have any of y'all posted on social media "New Year, New Me" yet?
No,
I was gonna make one and then I just backed out.
What was going to be if you had made one? What was the content going to be?
I don't know, but it probably would have been something funny. It would have.
Well, so it's a new year. It's January. Hopefully, there's some ducks that show up because there have not been very many ducks thus far. I think Aaron has killed more in his backyard than.
New year, new me.
New spot.
I've killed some ducks in the new year. Yeah.
Dang.
Woodies.
Woody Smash.
There's also another Woody Smash.
And got them
going on.
retrieved by a dog who's never retrieved a duck in its life.
Dang.
Did you kill that Woody out your back door?
Do what?
Did you kill that Woody out your back door?
About 20 yards out my back door. I woke up and looked out the blind, and my pond was boiling.
Out the blind.
Yeah.
You don't mean the blinds.
The,
You mean
no,
the blind?
blinds? Yeah, out of the
house
living
blind.
room blinds. Yeah. So,
Sarah, that ain't turtles.
that's
Get
right.
the gun.
Nope. Got the dog. Got the 20 gauge, and I got my limit.
Wow, it's impressive.
And that's the only
efficient.
ducks I've killed all year.
This probably matches with Drake and Riley's combined.
Yeah. That was my house travel too.
Not really, Gert.
Pow, 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 pow.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
That's fine, Gert.
I'm just playing. You guys don't need to be over there all sad.
Not worried about it.
Yeah. Whatever.
It's a bad year.
This did not go as good as I was hoping it would go.
No, they don't like me picking on them. But they can pick on me.
If Kirk tells everybody I'm not killing ducks, I'm completely fine with that.
For real.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing. They're not killing ducks, guys.
Stay home.
Yeah, everybody leave me alone. Just because you see my light doesn't mean you got to hunt 150 yards from me.
Speaking of lights, tell that story.
I don't know if we got enough minutes in the day for this. Man, where do I begin? In a WMA, 31 years old, beat all these young flat bill wearing cats to the hole. And they just
Alpacas?
proceed. Yeah, alpacas with flat bills. They just proceed. They didn't know where they were, and I tried to tell them where to go, and I guess they don't know what 300, 400 yards is, but they definitely know what 100 yards is. And I guess their depth perception between my light and their lights is wrong, and them and about 3 or 4 others set up all around us. It was tragic.
Maybe they
bunch
did
of
know where they were
mosquitoes.
going.
Yeah.
They like swing ducks.
Drake
maybe.
texted said I'm hunting around a bunch of mosquitoes, just attracted to light.
It's ridiculous.
Speaking of swing ducks, have y'all been watching this garbage on the boat pages? Like,
Somebody's mad.
I wish
What
they'd keep
has-
it off theirs.
no doubt.
Just giving game and fish reasons to make up rules.
No
Alter
doubt.
more things.
What in the world has happened to the state of Arkansas since I quit going over there? Is it because I'm
It's
not
the-
over there?
It's
Like,
the generation of
That's a big thing.
entitlement. That's what it is.
Yeah.
man, I mean, unbelievable.
It's sad.
I just have to get
It's
the
sad.
marshal back over there.
Who's the marshal?
You. Straighten everybody out.
What if we made like a cardboard badge? Spray painted it with like the metallic silver. We're like, wait a minute, let me show you. This is my badge.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to hunt here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's crazy. It seems like, I don't know if it's because there's not a lot of water or just because there's more hunters or.
I just think there's not a lot of water because even, non-user days, the guys that I've been talking to just say it's just as crowded. Nobody's got anywhere to go.
Man.
So,
But
bad.
the intensity of the arguments is like, I mean, I'm kind of speechless. Like,
Everybody wants a piece of the pie.
I mean, you're right. Everybody does want, in on the action, and I get that. But man, I just like seen some pretty good arguments. but I hadn't seen any screaming like that boy was, squealing about.
Yeah,
I mean, there've been 2 or 3 of those kind of videos surface, and then everybody's standing around and like, I don't know. I just
one boy had his dog held like it was an attack.
He was dragging it with it, just the back legs on the ground.
Yeah, the dog was dragging him. He's holding the vest.
Yeah.
Come on, get him. And I was like, where are we going?
Man, I mean,
I don't think I've seen
Jerry
this video.
Springer's going to set up shop and a camera crew out there in the woods.
well, and
It
I
could
mean,
be a reality show.
Crazy.
Come hard, Arkansas.
yeah, the other thing that's crazy is all the notes. What's up with all the notes that are being posted? Y'all seen those too?
Yeah, I don't know if that's just
What happened
people
to a good dookie
just-
smear, or something?
A little more personal.
That is not okay. Do not do that.
Yeah, definitely don't.
Jeez.
That's a good way to die.
Yeah.
I mean, you could slip and fall off the hood of somebody's car.
We do not condone dookie smears.
Oh, me. I just like, there's so many things about it that how has nobody gotten their butt whooped yet?
I don't know.
Acting like that. I mean,
coming.
it's got to be coming.
It's coming.
I mean, I don't know. The old men I grew up hunting around, I mean, if you stood there at their truck and you wrote a long love letter like that, I mean, you'd be walking with a limp for a long time.
Yep.
Much less scream at somebody the way some of these boys are. I mean, I don't know. And I'm not inciting any sort of violence. I'm as equally surprised that there's no physical conflict ramifications to people acting like this as I am the fact that people are acting like that. Does that make sense? Like,
It's these young guys that are all talk and
I mean,
all bark.
Mercy. So,
I don't know.
Ain't no changing it.
I did not mean to derail us into that conversation.
All I know is if someone caught me on Facebook acting like that, my dad would probably tear my butt up.
Absolutely. It wouldn't be
like right now.
It wouldn't. Yeah, right now. It wouldn't even have to be on Facebook. Somebody could accuse me of that. I think my dad would come over and jerk a knot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, geez.
It's just disappointing. That's all it is. I mean, and that's even worse than anything. It's just the disappointment of how everyone's really reacting and to situations and not keeping a level head, and
it makes it hard on everyone that's trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, it does.
100%.
Not only does it make it hard on everybody that day, which that's a very valid point, Girk, it also makes it hard for everybody long term, because when you start acting like that and then that becomes an accepted way of behaving in that situation, then that's going to ultimately, like Drake said, have ramifications on the rules. And I mean, mercy.
The only reason the videos are getting recorded in them times that are detrimental to Arkansas figuring out ways to add more laws is that people are creating those videos just for overall likes and views.
Oh yeah.
Like they're not posting that out of sake of, okay, this is going to be better for the overall plan of making Arkansas hunting better. They're posting it because they want people to see it and they want people to generate more views so that way they can
it's weirdly entertaining. Like people clearly are enjoying making a mockery of it. Like
100%.
I mean, because the comments are obvious. People are egging it on. Frankly, I mean,
there'll be 15 people comment on the same topic, like just trying to get likes and trying to get a laugh. I don't know what the deal is there.
Motive is just
the same video will get posted 3 different times, and
it's sad. I mean, and all things considered, when you back up from it, it sucks to get beat to a hole. It sucks when you leave at 4:00 on the nose and somebody's sleeping in the hole. It sucks when somebody's in the next spot over. I mean, none of that's fun, right? And you're out there to try to have a good hunt and try to have a good time. I mean, you would think that human nature would push you to create some space. You know what I mean? Like if somebody's set up in a spot and you get close to them, it's not like you're going to all of a sudden do great and hurt their feelings. I mean, it never works out that way. It always, like, both of you are going to suffer. It's going to be a miserable experience for both of you, you know? And it's hard to understand what motivates that kind of behavior, because it just,
how they were raised.
Yeah. I tried having a conversation through the woods with a guy, like, and it got to a point where he just wasn't responding at all. I'm like, you know, I can see y'all walking around like this. You know, this is not right. Like, it got to a point like you got to be kidding me now. Like,
yeah, I got a 30-second clip on my phone, and you can hear 2 separate groups blowing their duck calls, just whooping them as hard as they can. And I mean, we were there in our spot first before either of those guys. They just kind of pulled up, got where they could get, you know, where they felt like they were far enough away. But I mean, it sounded like the duck calls were maybe 80, 90 yards away in the video. I mean, you can hear them plain as day.
Yeah. So what do you do?
Man, I honestly, at that point, there was nowhere else to go. People, I mean, have surrounded us. There's no water, nowhere else to go. So we just kind of made the most of it, try to be different, not be as loud on our calls whenever the ducks fly over. And it, I mean, still didn't shoot a whole lot. It got worse every day.
Yeah.
Ducks got really pressured really quick. I mean, it's amazing how fast ducks learn whenever there's a lack of water like this and people are stacked on each other.
What do you do, Drake, when it's crowded like this?
Talk about how you can't wait for turkey season.
That's the greatest comment I've heard on
better
here.
and better.
Yeah.
I've nearly made a turkey post.
Can't wait for it to be here. Still haven't posted a duck photo.
I mean, honestly, like, you're thinking about hunting this weekend. You going to go a different direction? You're going to try to find stuff people aren't. You think it's going to be less crowded? I mean, do you start?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to private.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to venture more. Last weekend was just ridiculous.
Which this weekend there's it's oozer days, or no oozers, so WMAs are off limits. Like what, tomorrow and the next day, or the last 2 days. So I mean, good luck on federal ground, because there ain't no water there neither.
No, none. But when you start, assuming that everything was open, your buddies at camp, is it crowded enough right now that you start having conversations that are like, man, do we really want to go there and take a chance on getting doinked by, every alpaca, or do you start making? I'm just asking, because everybody kind of answers this question a different way. You know what I mean? Like, or do you go somewhere that's less desirable, but that for a fact there's not going to be as many people, and take your chances? Sort of like if the hut is packed,
right?
You going to go down the road to Subway, or you going to stand at the front door and wait on your turn to eat a cheeseburger? Like, what's? Yeah. I'm just asking y'all.
Yeah,
like,
theoretically, I would love to get away, and that's what we've tried to do. It just seems like whenever you go to spots where it doesn't feel like you're going to run into people, you're still running into people.
You think that's just because
that's this year? I think it's just because of lack of water. Yeah, I think that if there was normal water, I don't think it would be as big of a deal. Be able to really get away from people, because that's what I like to do. Get away. I hate hunting in the crowds. Hate it. But I mean, I've slept at ramps this year, slept on the river. I've done ignorant things this duck season. So, as of right now, as it stands, it just seems like the best thing you can do is just kind of stay in there with it.
Yeah.
And pray.
Yeah. Pray hard.
Everybody stay home. There's no water and definitely no ducks.
No reason to blow your duck call in the woods.
There's definitely a reason to buy duck calls, though.
There is.
Yeah. There's always a reason to buy.
We still have competitions.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I think I like what all of y'all are saying. I mean, it's definitely frustrating, because everybody looks forward to this time of year, and everybody wants it to be epic. You want to have a great hunt every time. But it's, it's not always like that.
Probably just makes you step back and enjoy the good ones when they do come around even more.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
why
a normal.
you pick up your bow and wait for the ducks.
Sorry, I should have asked you, Aaron, what do you do?
Yeah.
You deer hunt until the ducks show up.
I deer hunt until I see some wood ducks out the blinds.
I didn't have to drive nowhere to kill
I'm
them.
finna start fall turkey hunting with Josh.
You gonna get you a turkey dog?
Yep.
Yeah.
What's a never mind.
What's a turkey dog?
Yeah.
It's a dog that chases.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We'll have to actually get Josh to talk about that. It's a thing.
Really?
Basically, they use dogs that are sort of like pointers, but turkeys in the fall are in flocks, and so they train these dogs to go in and bust up the flock because a dog can get there quicker than a human running in there trying to. Like if you walked up there to them and tried to spook them, they'd all fly off in the same direction. Right. They wouldn't scatter. You get a dog in there, the dog can make them all go different directions, and you sit down and they all call each other back together, and you kill one. So that's kind of fall turkey hunting.
Dang.
Apparently, it's a blast. I mean, Josh loves it. Like
dog turkey hunting.
He doesn't have a dog. He's got a friend that he likes to go hunt with, but he likes to just fall turkey hunt. I mean, he just loves screwing around with those, fall turkeys. I don't know. Man just thinks about turkeys all year.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I bet. It could be the middle of duck season. Somebody starts talking about turkey hunting. I'm like, ooh.
Me and Gert heard a pretty sporty group of geese the other night. And I kind of looked at them and was like, Gert, duck season's been pretty bad.
From the house.
Turn the page.
Yeah. We could actually consider doing a little bit of February goose hunting this year.
I don't think I fired a weapon at a goose here in Tennessee like I expected to.
Our September season sucked right around here. I mean, the way the crops we got doinked big time by beans that were, yellowing up. And so everybody harvested their beans first and their corn second. I mean, our September season, it never even got started. So, all right. It's first week of January. We have a couple new things coming. And by a couple, I mean one. Drake, you want to?
Yeah.
You were saying you felt like you needed to wash your hands.
Yeah. What is it? The 11th?
Yeah.
I believe that's when they're going to be available. A lot of guys have been asking for them. A few guys have asked for some custom ones, things like that. But we got 200 Levi cuts that are KC red barrels and ebonite inserts. And it's
fresh
not
off the press.
Yeah, it's not your everyday ebonite that everyone else has been getting either. I will say that.
Yeah. This is top shelf.
Yeah, this isn't like everyone else ain't got all this. So I will say the texture of it, you will be able to tell whenever you get it. Yeah, it's not going to be polished. It's not going to look like acrylic. It's got.
Can I interrupt you real quick?
Yeah,
wish we had that song of the song about cotton. The look, the feel. Cotton.
I don't know.
Y'all aren't old enough for that.
Yeah. No, definitely not.
Cotton Farmers of America had a commercial, and everybody was starting to wear polyester shirts, and it was like, nah, cotton's the real deal. and when this material came in, ask Riles what I did. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you took your big whole lick, and you asked everybody else who wanted to. And
Mark was back there dry heaving. He was like, oh, my gosh. And I was like, hey, if it doesn't burn your tongue, I mean, it's not very good stuff.
I took me a horn, too, and it'll tingle. It'll tingle.
I do appreciate that. Riles just didn't even hesitate, just right off the end of it. I was like, yeah, okay, all right.
But yeah, we thought about polishing the insert and everything, and the more I looked at it, the more I liked the rough look. Yeah. It gives an old feel to it. You know, it's got a little bit of brown tint to it.
Yep.
It smells like burnt rubber, just sitting there.
Smells like burnt rubber in this shop like no other.
Yeah, I stepped outside to take Joe out just a little while ago, and that little vent that comes out from the engraver's like, God almighty.
Yeah.
Rough.
It's funny when we start working with that material around here, how everybody's reaction to the smell is different. Some people are just like, oh, it's awful. And then there's a few of us that just like it stirs some romantic. Like, I don't think I actually like the way that smells, but it really draws out some positive memories.
Yeah.
Yep. It's never unnoticed. That's all.
I would have thought my computer was on fire because it just smelled like it. I was editing a video and I'm like, lifted up my computer up and down. I'm like, I don't think it's smoking, but it smelled like it.
I wonder if there's a leak in the exhaust fan because it comes right through that wall to your left hand side.
Definitely.
I hear everything: the machine room and the laser engraver room.
Oh boy,
that's all right though.
But yeah, I mean, 200 of them on the 11th. Was that next Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when y'all are listening to this, but January the 11th, 2024.
Four.
Dang,
Four.
it's the first time I've said that. 2024. Wow.
It is 2024.
Love it.
New year, new beginning.
Yeah. New year, new you.
Yeah.
The other big thing I do know, I confirmed today, we have a location determined for the February 3rd second annual Rolling Thunder Turkey Calling Contest.
Very nice.
Hey, yo.
We were going to do it outside in the tents. Hard in there, tents. And Captain Josh said, no, nada. This friction call guys, he said, they don't like the cold.
He said, yeah, no, I don't think so.
So I'm kind of looking forward to one of the friction call guys making a smart comment about, what? We're going to have this contest at a church? I'm going to be like, yeah, the duck callers, they stood outside.
In the heat.
In the heat.
Yeah.
Like in September, which is hot around here.
Yes,
No, but we're going to have the contest at Christ Presbyterian Church, which is where the Halford family goes to church. And I'm going to do registration here at the shop, and then they can head over there. But ought to be a good time had by all. Josh has been working hard on that.
Go Josh.
Go Josh. Spent a few days with Josh last week. I went and saw the in-laws and checked on old Josh.
Very nice.
Yeah, he was.
He didn't offer you one of his deer to go kill, did he?
No, I didn't ask. I mean, he.
It's crazy how one-sided that is.
Yeah, come on, Josh, get it together.
What the heck, Josh?
I have a feeling if I asked Josh if I could come hunt this deer, he would make sure that I had a spot to sit.
Probably.
I can't hammer Josh too much for that.
Yeah, we can.
It's his mallard hunting that he's selfish
he
with.
does.
I mean, he just doesn't share. He just, daily limits, drooping the barrel. Stacking green, as he says. No. And then right on the heels of that, I guess, will be the old NWTFer.
NWTF.
So excited.
I'm kind of hearing, are y'all hearing from people, like, excited that they're coming, or are you kind of out of that?
No, a lot of my buddies, they're planning on
it?
getting together and coming on with it.
Last year was definitely the biggest one I've ever seen, and the Opryland Hotel sold out in August this year. I mean, crazy. So it should be a good time. And
I'm sure there's a ton of people that heard all the remarks from 2023 NWTF, and they're bringing more effort to try to make it up to 2024.
Yeah. I know that our booth will be worth visiting for folks. Been had a lot of time on the road last week, back and forth to the in-laws, and was driving with my left knee, typing with both fingers, pecking out our
that's right.
final details. Typing out the final details of our plan, and I think it'll be some exciting stuff that we've got to offer. I'm really looking forward to this year. All of our customers and dealers seeing the stuff we've got cooked up with Lanier. We've got a whole new business unit to add in the leather stuff that I think will be really, really popular.
I think a lot of people are going to like it too. Like, people are going to enjoy the product itself.
I agree.
Very sharp. Corbett was wearing his belt the other day.
Was he?
Yeah, it looked
Bit
awesome.
good?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It looked awesome.
Speaking of Corbett, today is his birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Corbett.
Happy birthday, Corbett.
Yeah, it's also Katie Halford's birthday.
Yep.
Happy birthday, Katie.
Happy birthday, Katie. So, anyways, what else am I missing? What else we Any other happenings? I mean, we've got the old inventory knocked out for the most part.
You guys been counting away?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was counting when I went to sleep last night.
We've been counting
the lamps,
spreadsheeting, and
multiplying.
I counted so much yesterday. I told Lauren on my way home. I said, I think I'm going to play Madden when I get home. She said, "Oh, really?" I said, "Yeah, I'm just going to unplug from reality and just go to like the virtual game reality for a little while."
I love it.
Do y'all still play the golf game that y'all were on?
Yeah, it's like a seasonal thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's get through hunting season and then.
We're creeping up on the new year, the 2025. They'll do that because what we were just playing 24 or something.
I don't even remember.
Or 23. I don't know. They'll release a new one, so we're kind of.
There was a time when the boys were all kind of like halfway living at the shop.
Yeah,
Like
Drake was living
Drake
there.
and Lauren were living there, and so the people would just kind of collect there, and somebody would randomly sleep on the couch there, from time to time. And I mean, but you could always count on there's some sort of a video game going on down there.
100%.
It's kind of lonely down there now. When Lindy and I have an argument, and I walk down there's not really anybody to console me like there was.
Yeah.
Miss those times. Sitting there eating dinner, watching Drake chip in the backyard, hoping he doesn't blade one right through the window. He never did. I was always a little worried.
Yeah. I figure if I aim towards the house, I was like, you better not mess up.
A little pressure.
Yeah, pressure makes diamonds.
That's exactly
Yes,
right.
yes.
That's exactly right. So,
Well,
I guess
we just got done talking about NWTF, so may I ask if we can talk about what's coming up?
Are you gonna do it?
I heard that keyholes are changing forever.
Oh yeah,
It's happening.
It's happening.
what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about all of it. I want to talk about the whole shebang and kind of, I guess, what you'll let me talk about. And
I mean, you could start talking, and then we could just like.
I know.
Cut it
Can I
in.
say when it's when to be expecting the keyholes to change forever?
Sure.
I think it was the exact date was February 15th.
That's right.
Yep,
That's
February
right.
15th, 2024.
Yep. Because we couldn't do it before Valentine's Day. It would be a bad look to spend more on,
That's
on a duck call after duck season than you spend on your old lady.
Yeah, all of you women just come to NWTF.
Yep. So February
Your husband
15th in
definitely gonna want
Nashville.
this. Yep.
Evidently, there's going to be keyholes changing forever in the acrylic formation.
I love it. Pretty excited about this
I'm,
one.
I'm jacked. I know that's been a tough secret to keep and bottled up because we've been talking about it for, I guess, since you brought me on here. It's kind of been something we've been wanting to do. So really looking forward to it. Really confident in it as well. So.
Well said. Almost like that dude gets a paycheck every 2 weeks. I agree, and I think just to throw my 2 cents on that, I'm pretty excited about our spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think exactly what to say, but I like the fact that it's not a perfect redo or remake or copy.
Right.
It's sort of it's a good blend of like old stuff, new stuff, and
It's our stuff.
and
It's
our
our
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
awesome.
That's
That's
very
perfect.
well said, Gary.
That was perfect.
It's our way.
It's a good
Our
rendition.
call.
Yeah. So, I think that'll be well received, and I hope,
Oh, yeah.
anyways. I mean, I you never know, right? I mean, we sat right here in September and hoped that somebody would show up to buy a Levi cut. I mean,
Yeah.
we had a pretty good idea about it, but we had no idea it would be what it was, right?
Right.
I mean, it kind of just created a life of its own, and I mean, the XL, XLS, like it's all kind of been, there's a lot of momentum there, and I feel I don't really want to be disappointed, but
Yeah.
I feel good about where we're at with it, and I think it'll be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I think we were all, I came in after the XL and was here for the Levi cut and now here for this, but I feel like, too, that's just like we all build up momentum into each one, and it's like each one isn't better or anything like that. They just have their own spin and their own, like, gravitation pull to it, I guess. Does that make sense?
Their own personal preference.
Right, exactly.
I love it.
There's
That's
people,
well said.
like you said, too, I mean, not everybody can blow the same duck call the same way that Drake or Spence or Riley can, so somebody may get this call in their hands compared to the Levi cut or compared to the XL or compared to the rest of our lineup, and they're going to go, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It is interesting to me how different people blow duck calls. I mean, like there was a thread on All Things Cut Down last night, I think, that was like Levi cut or XL.
Yep.
You know?
Oh, I've seen that.
And it's so interesting to read people's comments and they're, you know, I know for a fact which one has more back pressure than the other, but like the way they blow air into a call makes one person think, you know,
they're
a
getting
little
this
different.
response out of it.
Right. And you know, I don't know. I've got preferences too. I mean, I'm, you know, we're not all the same. I mean, and I think that's kind of neat. So
I blew, you know, a prototype that Riley had in there, and I'm far from a good duck caller by any means, and I even enjoyed it compared to the first cut down that I have in my hands. I know that's not much to say.
I love it. It's awesome. So you like it?
I do.
Okay, good.
The Gurk approval.
Yeah, if we can get the Gurk approval, I think we're in the right direction.
Gurk approved.
Keyholes change full ever.
Yeah. If you're on the brink of going to NWTF,
this will push you over.
Yeah, hopefully that signed the letter for you.
That's right. Well, it'll be fun, and you know the best thing about duck calls is that you can have more than one.
You definitely can,
and you know you can hunt more than one, and you can, you know, swap one out in between hunts. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Yep. So it is fun for there to be, you know, for something to be different, and I think this one will be different. So
absolutely,
I think it'll catch a lot of people's eyes
for sure.
Yeah. I mean, people are going to see it and think, "Wow, didn't think they were going to do that." Wait, nope, I do believe it. They did it again.
Oh, Garrick, you're a piece of work. You're a national treasure. You're a national treasure. Well, I guess on that note, let's wrap this one up. Got a couple new podcasts coming down the pipe right on the heels of this, and I'm looking forward to. Going to spend some time with our buddies at North Delta.
Very nice.
And
the Guide House.
Got a text this morning from the old Jeff Farmer.
Ooh.
5 a.m. coffee time around White Oaks. I texted him and said, I hope y'all get them this morning. I was up early. It's Katie's birthday, making breakfast. I know it's kind of always they rally around the coffee pot at 5 a.m. I said, I hope y'all get them. And he said, I was thinking about you this morning and I almost texted you. And he said, no, I'm gonna. He said, let's do a podcast.
Oh.
So we're gonna go this weekend and do a little recording of the White Oaks story, I hope.
Sweet. Do it from the tower?
That's what he said.
Awesome.
Dang.
Yeah. Awesome. I might have to video that one. Do the first ever video podcast. That would be awesome. Right at sunset.
Yeah, live stream.
Wow.
Yeah, he sent me a video of the tower. He was like, it's pretty insane right now. So he clearly got a good push of ducks.
Sweet.
Speaking of push of ducks, I'm going to play this audio right quick, and then we can end on this. You want to know where your ducks are? This was December the 1st in Alberta.
Thomas's.
I want you to listen to this audio. You can't even see it, but
if you airdrop it to me, I can play it over the whole thing.
Oh, can you? Oh,
yeah.
Well, Girk, you're
a wizard.
You're a wizard. Yeah, I agree. You're a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Where is it even from?
Reinhardt's calling me right now.
Oh, answer it and just hold him, speakerphone him while we're.
Hello.
What's up, Daddy?
Oh, just podcasting. You're live.
Did he just call you Daddy?
Yeah, what's up, Daddy?
Oh, man, good. That's just what I needed to do right now. I'm just calling to see how things are going, just checking in.
Oh, wheels are turning, but they're turning slow. It's
What are you guys podcasting
A little bit of everything, kind of things we got coming down the line, some new duck calls, and that, and the other.
Keep on one.
You got
That's good. That's good.
Eric. You got a whole bunch of ducks. I guess he can't hear that, can he?
Hold on one sec. All right, go for it now.
Eric, you got a whole bunch of ducks lined up for me.
Man, it looks like your weather's going to be awful good.
All right. Well,
I don't know about the ducks, but it looks like the weather's going to be awful good.
in that case, I'm bringing you styrofoam cups.
We killed 26 and 6 today.
Okay.
And I killed one and pontoon. It was great. Yeah.
Wait, you let somebody go to 6, and you went somewhere else?
I went somewhere else today. Yeah, I did. It's been about every 2 days we'll shoot their ass, and then it'll be terrible for a day or two. It's just kind of weird.
Grinding.
Weird. Gotta dry. I mean, we can drive. I tell you how dry it is. We can drive the Suburban all the way down the levee to 6.
Yikes.
Turn in with the Can-Am.
Wow.
In two-wheel drive.
Whoa.
That would have been nice last year when nature called, because it was not dry last year when nature called. I would have given anything to be with them.
Yeah, I know it. You better make sure your hydrolock works. Like the first rain of the year, Spencer's going to be here.
There you go.
Very nice.
I hope it does, because I've been watching these. We love the rain.
It looks really good.
I hope it does, because
20 mile an hour wind for 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I can't wait to see you.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see you. I hope it brings some duck. So.
He's like, oh, God.
Ducks and styrofoam cups.
All right. Well.
All right, guys. Who else out there? Just you two?
No, we got Gert, we got Aaron, and we got Riley.
All right. Well, just pat everybody on the back. Last time I talked to Riley, he was sleeping in a gravel road, in a truck on a gravel road, or in a boat, laying. I don't know what was going on. I'd had too much to drink, and he'd had too little sleep, so I let him go.
Yeah, around the coffee pot,
it
too.
ain't a good thing when somebody's sleeping in a truck having zero fun, and you're fixing to go to bed, and know you got a spot to go the next day, so I try to...
Yeah, around the coffee pot Tuesday morning, Riles was like, man, I wish y'all could have heard the conversation I had with Reinhardt the other day. He called me late at night, and he said he was full of ideas.
I don't know if I'd be shooting swing ducks, but
that was actually one of the topics of conversation today. Can you believe all that rigmarole?
I'm tell you right now, I'm going to just tell you this. I might not be worth shit at fighting, but I'm pretty tough. And if a dude would have poked me in the chest about 6 times, I'd have had to take an ass whip.
Yeah. Ain't no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? It'd been time to take an ass whipping at that point. I don't care if it's 2 on 20.
Yep.
I'd have done the old Vogler. Just took an ass whip until I shit my pants.
We're definitely leaving that in there.
Yeah, gotta leave it.
You might be tough, but you ain't Vogler tough. We didn't make that a shirt.
Oh, that does need to be a shirt.
All right, gentlemen.
All right,
Take
man.
care.
All right,
Happy
see-
birthday, Spence. Is your birthday?
It's Katie's birthday, but thank you. I'll tell her.
Same thing. Tell your daughter happy birthday.
Same thing. Dad
One
life.
birthday's the same as all.
That's
All
right.
guys, I'm
That's
going
right.
back to the house. I got some little girls I need to go see.
All right, man. Take
Peace.
care. We'll holler.
See ya.
See you, buddy.
So,
That's hilarious.
love that guy.
You always get the same Reinhardt every
He
time.
is a piece of work, man.
What's up, Daddy?
That's great.
Did he just call you Daddy?
And he had no clues on oh, that's just gold. Well, anyways, back to the depressing topic of where are your ducks in this rotation year? I want you to listen to this video. Did you get it?
I'm waiting for it.
Oh, I guess you can't really play it if I don't send it to you, can you? All right, it should be there. Well, it's come. There it is, delivered. All right, real quick, pause it and I want you to rewind that part. All right, I want you to listen. You're hearing ducks quack. All right, so this was a spot that we didn't get to hunt. Got located, and long story short, there were cows here. And the guy was like, you can hunt after X date because I'm selling my whole herd. And he was selling some, buying back in, but he was right on the brink of he needed to sell all these cows. And he didn't want to stress them out. They all needed to be bred, and so he was selling them as bred back heifers or whatever the right terminology is. So he was worried about one of them freaking out and whatever. But so I want you to listen to these ducks again, and about 5 seconds in, listen to the roar. That's ducks getting up. This video was shot on a cell phone from 500 or more yards away. Okay, all right, listen to this. Hear him get up.
Sounds like a car going on the road.
That's getting up off dry ground. That's not even getting up off water.
Oh, wow.
Listen, still getting up.
You can hear the wings.
You can even hear the whistling of the wings.
Season's still open up there?
Might as well be.
I have no idea. I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think it just
no,
ended.
I
think it ended about December the 20th or whatever. But anyways, just to, there's no need to fight in a parking lot. I mean,
yeah. We don't even have the ducks anyways.
Those ducks ain't swinging. Okay.
No upside down pineapples.
Those ducks have been flying about 800 yards round trip for 3 months. Mm-hmm. Those ducks have been in that spot since Halloween.
Dang. And no telling how long they've been there before Halloween.
No, I mean they got there Halloween. What the rancher told us.
Oh, okay.
I mean those were migrators. Those are not resident ducks right there.
Correct.
Those ducks had come in from the north. Yeah. But
they shouldn't be there right now.
No,
not even close.
No, and that was not yesterday, but that was first week of December. And
I saw a video from it was last week. A dude posted of that day of watching 30,000 mallards dry feeding in Alberta.
Yeah.
And that was last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I say all that to say that, I mean, look, there's a lot of factors involved in birds that migrate thousands of miles, right? Because they don't migrate just 500 miles, 100 miles at a time. I mean, these birds are coming 1,800, 1,900 miles, a lot of them, okay, right. Or more.
Yep.
I mean, some of them a lot more, quite honestly, because if some of them come from, north of Peace River, I mean, my gosh, that's, I don't know, 2,500 miles or something like that.
Yeah, them snow geese. That's the snow geese. They'll move.
Yeah. So I guess my whole point is that it's extraordinarily dry year down here. It's extraordinarily warm up there. And like, I've honestly been wondering, maybe this is just how the good Lord helps them survive. I mean, if they got down here, we'd kill all of them. Mm-hmm. There ain't 5 mud holes in the whole state of Arkansas to shoot them in.
Yeah. So might be a bumper year next year.
Yeah, I mean, could be. I mean, but my point is, it's interesting to me how we're in a low water year. Habitat sucks overall, in the grand scheme of things. And, you got Arkansas publishing, articles that this is the lowest count since 2007 or since they started flying with the transect method or whatever like that. I mean, and then you got all these ducks that I hate it. I'd really like to shoot into those 1 or 2 times, but those ducks are going to be all right.
Yeah, no, I've had the same thought. Maybe it's for the best.
It's just interesting to me. And hopefully next year won't be a rotation year.
This year's definitely a negative rotation year. Need to have a positive rotation year.
And I mean, I'm not saying all that to say, it should be okay. I mean, I get it. Everybody's frustrated with it, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I mean, no need to.
It's basically just a statement to say that it's not Arkansas or it's not people not killing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things you can blame it on, but I mean, you can't. I mean, even as just, even with all the obvious things to complain about, you can't dictate the weather. You can't dictate the weather conditions. I mean, we've been in a 3 or 4 year wintertime drought pattern. It'll come back around. I mean, everything in life is cyclical like that. It's just, but I think it's easy for us to get into, caught in the mindset that it's going to be like this forever and just kind of, ho hum.
Like we sound right now.
Yeah. So here's to a great turkey season.
Cheers.
We'll get them next year. But anyways, with all that said, thank y'all for listening. It's been another episode. We got some good episodes coming down the pike.
Yep.
Make sure that you set your calendar for January the 11th and February the 15th. We'll catch you on the next one.
See y'all.
Adios. Hey, y'all, this is Spence and Frawley, and just wanted to say thank you for listening to another episode of our podcast. We really, really enjoy producing this podcast and would be really grateful if wherever you get your podcasts, if you would subscribe to the Rolling Thunder podcast and give us a 5-star rating. Somehow, apparently, out there in internet la media land, that helps our podcast to be found by other people like you. So we just want you to know we appreciate you listening, and we'd like to ask you to subscribe and give us a 5-star review and keep on listening.
And unfortunately, recording podcasts don't pay the bills, so we just do this for fun and for y'all, and we want it to grow as bad as y'all want it to grow. So we could really use your help in doing that.
Share it with a friend.
Yes, right. We appreciate y'all stopping by again.
Thanks for listening.